Hey, Travel Brats!
It's So
And Nat, and we want to wish you
a Happy New Year!
And actually, today is the 2nd, and it is Sofia's birthday! Happy birthday, my love.
Thank you, my love.
I'm so glad we can release an episode on your actual birthday.
That's
so
crazy.
All you Travel Brats who are listening to this today, please go to our social medias and wish Miss Sofia a happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, guys. And that is fun how that worked out.
I know.
And I can't believe, season 3's over. I can't believe it's a new year. And I can't believe that we are well into the beginning of season 4.
And this marks my first full year with you.
It does.
As a co-host.
Wow, it's also
Which is
our
really
anniversary.
cool. It's our anniversary. I know, our first episode released, I think it was January 17th. It was a little bit later that month because I moved to Fort Myers and we wanted to do our first couple episodes together, and I had moved at that time, and so yeah, it's just crazy. It's so exciting, and it's been a wonderful year. We've gone to so many incredible places. We've interviewed so many incredible people. I mean, it has been an awesome season 3, and we are so psyched.
Oh, we are, guys, and we're so the best birthday present is that you guys listen to Travel Brats and that you've supported us and that you've given us feedback and that we can be here today and just be talking to you guys about all the things we worked really hard to plan for season 4. And just again, we thank you for the feedback and we thank you for the love and the support and the follows and the likes and the shares and just everything, guys, because we do it for you and to just share these experiences and these places with you. So what we want us to do today.
Yeah, we want to start by talking about some of our favorite episodes.
A trip down memory lane.
Trip down memory lane from our last season before we dive into what we want to do for the next year.
Yes.
So take it away. Tell us your favorites.
While I take it away, can you fix my hair? Oh, it's stuck on my dress.
No.
Wouldn't be season 4 without some mishaps, everybody. But okay, guys, we wanted. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. It's been a rough year. Just kidding. But it's a new year, a new me. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so we wanted to start off with this is gonna be just a fun recap. What's next? Update, life update, travel update, everything for you guys. So we wanted to start by just talking about our favorite top episodes from 2024. And this was very hard, and I put probably way too many, but I'll make it quick. Some of my favorite episodes were Namur.
When we went to Belgium, if you
went
recall.
in spirit with Natalie to Namur. And guys, if you haven't listened to that vlog, it's incredible. It's just such a magically romantic, historic.
Even though I went with my sister.
I know. I keep.
No, but honestly, it's the perfect place to go with your sister and also to go with your romantic partner. Yeah. So there you go.
If that doesn't make sense to you, don't ask me more questions.
Just listen to the episode.
Just listen to the episode. I love how many times you reminded me, you're but I went with my sister, and I'm but it was so romantic. You're I went with my sister, and but it just, the ambiance, the little bed and breakfast you stayed in, the river. Yeah, so I just loved looking at Natalie's face and her pink headband while she recorded that episode. I was falling in love. So anyway, that was a great episode. Another one I really enjoyed just physically being in and telling the story of was just all the shenanigans we got into in DC. My husband and I went in there because he was visiting a school, and then we just kind of kept being one more day, and we kept hopping around in hotels in different areas of DC, and it was so much fun. So that was a great one. I would have to say one of my highlights that we did with a guest would have been the Bachelorette episode with Sydney. Yeah. You guys.
Honestly, I mean, top favorites, Sydney, all those episodes that we did with Sydney. Awesome. She is fantastic. She's an amazing wedding planner. She wrote a book. She has this awesome, follow her on social media. Mm-hmm. She's just incredible. And fun fact that you may or may not remember from our first episode with her, she was my camper. I was her camp counselor at Camp Merrimack, which is a camp that I attended when I was a kid, and then Sydney was a camper there, and I was her counselor when she was in her final year.
And that is not how they got in touch again. Literally, I went to college with her. She's from Fort Lauderdale.
Sofia knew her.
I went to college with her on the other coast in Fort Myers, and she was like, "Wait, I know your partner," and I was like, "Which partner?" And she's like, "Your Travel Brats partner." I was like, "You do?" She's like, "Yes, you're my camp counselor." I'm like, "Gosh,
so
now
awesome.
the flowers."
So that was such a cool reunion.
Yeah.
And then to get to see how just successful she is and how much she's flourished, and what she does for brides is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, those Bachelorette episodes were great.
They were great. We did like a whole series with her. You guys go check them out. They all came out like through the summer into the fall of last year. So they were so much fun. And I just love how we like put the top Bachelorette party destinations and we all gave our ratings. And that just ended up being like a really fun episode. And actually, if we're talking about y'all's favorites, that was one of the highest listened to episodes of last year. So very again, popular. Thank you guys. We loved it. We love you guys. And another one that I loved was Estes Park. And on the same kind of wedding note, it wasn't Bachelorette. My brother got married to his wife, Jess, in Estes Park. And oh, what like a beautiful wedding. What a cool place. Just like it was magical. It like snowed the night before the wedding. It was like freezing but clear blue skies the day of the wedding. It was like the perfect time. And we did all these fun things. If you guys don't know, there's Rocky Mountain National Park. There is the hotel they filmed The Shining on the inside of it. That's the hotel they used for the inside, not the outside. But it was so cool, and like the town is cute. It's a little touristy, but if you guys are not huge like ski people, or even if you are huge ski people, there's no skiing in Estes Park, but if you want to go do tourist stuff in Colorado, it's a perfect place to visit. Because Rocky Mountain National Park, you can like drive around the whole park and it's spectacular. So again, great episode, a lot of fun, special kind of vibe that we had for the episode because it was like a destination that I went for a family wedding. So, and then I will have to say we're in the middle of it right now, but we came out with an Italy series with my sister Kaylee.
Yes.
Yep, and she loves Italy. She did her homework. They did all the historical sites in Rome, Amalfi, and 2 other places that I'm going to keep on the low key because I don't want to spoil these New Year episodes that are coming out. But we did do Rome and Amalfi this past year, and man, like those episodes just like took me to Italy. Like I was just in another world looking at her pictures and talking about the history and the places. So if you guys are thinking of going to Italy, check those out and stay tuned for what's coming later this year. And then because we love Florida, Florida's like home for both of us and in a strange way, but in an honest way. We both love Tampa and St. Pete. I have friends in Tampa, and then I recently like ventured over to St. Pete with one of my good friends that lives in Tampa, and just like it's such a unique place. St. Pete, it's so artsy and like oceany, and then Tampa is such a big city. It's full of like art and culture. So those 2 episodes, I think, and we have multiple episodes on Tampa. Yeah. So search those guys, and if you want to get kind of the foodie, like beer kind of side of Tampa to like the artsy side of Tampa, and then St. Pete. I just loved our episode on St. Pete. There's so many museums, so much fun stuff to do there. And then I would say the more like practical episode that we did, I really liked was like travel organization with Krista McRae. She's like a phenomenal like life organizing coach. And she did an episode on like how to stay organized when you travel and just like how to pack properly. Yeah, and how to plan and how to make like I use the travel list she gave me hints on. I've been using that for like recreating versions of it for every trip I've gone on, and it has helped me not forget stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you know how you always forget one thing?
Yeah, there's always something.
Yeah, and so like I'll start making the list in a month advance, and every time I think of something, I'll just pop on my Google Doc and add it. So by the time the day before when I pack, I've like got everything.
You just know,
Yeah, you just know. So those would have to be my favorites. There's so many more, and we love you guys DM us and let us know your favorites. But those are definitely some of mine.
Now, DC was definitely one of my favorites too, just because, cool, like, I mean, all that you guys did there and the adventure that you guys had, I just loved hearing about it. And I think for me, a lot of the collabs that we've done, I mean, we mentioned the Sydney episodes, so great. And then also our episodes with Carly Kongsker.
She's great.
She is amazing, and she is the host of the podcast When in Robes, which is such a great name for a podcast. And so we did a series with her and over the summer and fall, and she just told us about some of her adventures and what she does, and it's really cool what she does. So definitely check out When in Robes and go look for those episodes that we did with her. But we also did an episode about cord brick, which I use in my cord brick. I mean, it is literally by my bed.
Love it. See,
oh my gosh,
it's great. You know
amazing.
They got picked up by Lowe's?
Really?
They're in Lowe's now.
That's amazing. Okay, I thought that I had seen something like, I mean, cord brick, amazing.
He's
like killing it, and the product is incredible. For those of you that did not listen to that episode, it's basically like this little weighted
Yeah, it's like a little weighted rubber, and it has all these holes
and it
for your
has
cords.
these like little spots for all of your different cords, and it holds. I mean, I have 4 cords in it right now, and it just keeps all my cords together.
Yeah,
it's so nice. So I really enjoyed that episode and getting to hear about that product.
Thank you, Cord Brick Nick.
Yes, Cord Brick Nick.
I love when he's like, and I'm Cord Brick Nick.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like
he was
guy,
great, and he
better.
was so like he just knows his product so well, and he is so inventive and was just really great to interview. And again, so many of the people that we interview from, I mean, of course, interviewing Southwest Florida food junkie. Southwest Florida foodie.
Love
Aaron,
you, man.
Love you, Aaron. I mean, I wish I could name every single person we've talked to, and I seriously, I mean, all of our collabs were so amazing. Every single person that we have interviewed, so knowledgeable and so enjoyable, and just like such a great like camaraderie that we can develop.
Yeah, the personalities they bring are so fun, and I feel like we've mixed well with every single person that we brought on in like a totally different way, each person, because they have such individual, unique personalities. Personally,
and this was like not us talking about a specific spot, but I just loved the episode where we filmed the trivia.
Oh, so you like to be hit in the face with burritos?
Oh, well,
I knew it. She secretly loves it.
Yeah, if you haven't.
Natalie, she needs some discipline
that
every once in a while.
And we're gonna post the video. Eventually, we'll
get to it, guys.
Hitting me with a burrito. Of course, it's a toy burrito. It's like a stuffed burrito. But the trivia was fun.
Season 4 real burritos. You're a genius.
Oh dear. Oh no. What have I done,
the
guys?
The food will fly. I'm just kidding. No, that was really fun, and I think that Natalie has a lot of patience with me, because she told me to only hit her when she got the question wrong.
She didn't.
She
doesn't
do anything wrong.
She didn't
so what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do?
I know. But aside from top episodes of the year, tell me, Sophia, what were your top favorite trips that you took personally this year?
Wow, Natalie, that's a great question. But now that you asked, let me think. Okay, I think my number one. Oh, so hard. Okay, definitely. One of the best ones would have to have been Mexico. We went to Mexico this past summer, my husband and I, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary, getting married, and we went to Riviera Maya, and we stayed at this awesome hotel called Unico, and we like Riviera Maya, if you guys don't know, it's kind of like, it's not like, you know, Cancun, where the big hotels are all next to each other, and there's like Senor Frogs, and everybody's like a tourist and partying. Like there's a lot of tourism in Riviera Maya, but it's like so secluded, and you felt like you were in the jungle, and we like just relaxed. Our hotel had a bubble bath on the deck. Like we watched movies in the bath. We went to the pool.
Yeah, your time there looked like a dream.
Yeah, and I know, like, guys, don't stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. I'm just pretending the Travel Brats are talking to me, because I know that you guys have been asking for like a Mexico episode for like 2 years, and like I promise you, I'm going to get it to you. Okay, it's coming, and we're gonna talk about Cancun. We're gonna talk about Riviera Maya. I'm gonna bring some special guests on that are like from the deep depths of Mexico.
Are you bringing your dad on?
I'm trying.
Your father?
I'm trying. My pasha. Yeah, I'm trying to bring my dad on, because he is so Mexican, and you guys would love him. But I'm trying to.
He would be talk about personalities.
Oh yeah, talk about personality that we may or may not mix with. Just kidding. No. I would love for him to come on and talk about just like his favorite places in Mexico, because that was so hard for him to narrow it down. But it would give people such a good idea of like the city, from the city to the jungle, to the oceans, to the ruins. Like, because Mexico is just this vast, incredibly cool country that has all these different landscapes, even desert, even mountains. Like, anyway, I go on and on about how much I love Mexico, especially the food. But I won't. We will just keep you guys hanging until we come out with a Mexico episode. But that would have to be my first. And then the only other thing I'm going to mention is, again, we talked about Fairhope, Alabama. We surprised my mom for a late 60th birthday, the whole family in Fairhope this year. And I like didn't have that on my list originally, but it was just such a sweet time with family and friends. And Fairhope is like a place from a Nicholas Sparks movie. So it was just a really cool time. I know that we've kind of touched on that reality TV series in our conversations that has come out called Love and Fairhope. So you guys may have heard of Fairhope if you didn't already, and if you didn't from us, there's a reality TV show about it. So if you want to go see how beautiful Fairhope is, and see if you want to take a little romantic retreat there, check out the Love and Fairhope show.
There you go.
Yeah, so those would have to be my top 2.
Love it.
Yeah, what about you?
Well, I'm realizing that my top 3 trips, I haven't actually talked about. We haven't done any episodes about them. So hopefully this next year, this next season, we will be able to have some episodes about my trips to, number 1, the Emerald Isle,
Ooh.
which is one of those, I would honestly say it's a little bit of a hidden gem because, I mean, there are so many beaches in this country to visit, and people don't typically go to North Carolina for the beach. People typically think of like South Carolina, Florida, Savannah, like, you know, more like the South Carolina, Georgia, Florida situation, or like Alabama. I don't know. And once you get to Alabama and Texas, sometimes you get into like dirtier beach. I mean, like from what I've heard of my friends that live in those areas, the beaches are not as like clear. Yeah. But the Emerald Isle is in North Carolina, and it is called the Emerald Isle because it is just this beautiful green color, like, and it's not like the gross green, it's like bluish green, clear green. I mean, it is gorgeous. And so that's what it's been called, the Emerald Isle, because of the color. And you know, we love the Gulf Coast, especially in Southwest Florida, where you get your white sand beaches and your like actually clear water, which is not always clear all year long, but a good portion of the year. But it was so beautiful. We went in September. I went with my family. My sister and her husband and their 2 kids were in the States. They live in Belgium, which I've talked about in past episodes. And they were here, and we did a family trip out there. And it was like such a treat because we don't normally, like, that wasn't a place that we'd ever been to as a family. But my brother and his wife had visited, and they were like, we love this. We should go as a family. We had a great time. It was beautiful all around, just a really great trip, and totally one of those kind of hidden gems that maybe isn't so hidden. I think more people would, Emerald Isle might be more recognizable to people. Recognizable. And then I went to Denver, which we both love Denver, and we keep talking kind of like Mexico. We keep talking about doing an episode on Denver, and we need to actually do it. So hopefully that's coming to you this year. But my best friend Amanda had her son, her first child. His name is Miles. Shout out to Amanda. So I went out to visit her and her husband Joe, and to meet Miles, and kind of like your family time in Fairhope. I've been to Denver now so many times. But it was just such a sweet time with this dear friend who I've grown up with and had her first kid, and just really sweet. And then last favorite trip would be my trip out to California. I had never been out to California. My boyfriend was doing a show out there at Sierra Repertory Theater, and that is in an area called Sonora, which is closer to like Yosemite. But we were able to hop up to Lake Tahoe. He picked me up in San Francisco, and we did a day in San Francisco. So California obviously is an incredible state with so many, just the landscape alone. But San Fran was especially cool, and Lake Tahoe just blew my mind. I mean, it was beautiful. Stunning. It's gorgeous. Cali, it was great.
Gosh, I gotta go to Emerald Isle. I miss Lake Tahoe, and I love Denver. I've only been to Lake Tahoe once. Denver is just always great, and there's just so much to do. And Emerald Isle, I have to check that out. I have to go up one time.
Pretty nice.
And then, well, I guess this year we're gonna be doing a lot of cool things. And one of those big things that I wanted to just spend a moment thinking about with you guys is our New Year's resolutions, because I don't know, people are like, do them, don't do them, they're stupid, they're cool, write them in a notebook, write them on the wall. I don't know, but
write them on the wall, write them on your face.
I'm not like a stickler with them, but just to like think about as another year's gone by, and we're growing, and we're just growing in friendships, and we're growing older, and we're growing as business partners, and we're growing with you guys, and we're just getting feedback and just growing as people. One of the biggest resolutions I have, because it really does just, I feel like it just plays such a big part in like growing you up and giving you your life more
your
culture.
Life.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Is like traveling more. And guys, again, we've talked about this where it doesn't have to be like, I don't have enough money to go to Italy every summer, or like just go visit a friend, or go visit a family member, or go do something you haven't done.
Take a day trip somewhere.
Take a day trip to the beach, or take a day trip to the mountains, or take a day trip to a spring or something that's close to you, an old town, like a historic town. Learn something. take a friend with you, take a family member. It's just traveling just gives you so much growth and just culture, and you just learning the different ways that people live. And so that would be a huge resolution.
Oh yeah,
for me,
for both of us, and for all of you Travel Brats. We encourage you. That's the whole idea. Yeah,
that's obviously why we do what we do. But a few more smaller ones, I think, would be for us especially, would be more blogging. I think that you guys have liked the blogs, and we've really liked the blogs. And to be honest, we're working on something that's kind of under wraps. But we want to get I'll just say we want to get enough blogs so that we can eventually compile them for you guys in some sort of hard copy, winky face. But more blogs for us, because we know you guys love when you can listen to us, but you can also just go straight and like click on any of the stuff we're talking about, make life easy for you to plan. So that, and then in the sense of planning, we want to plan more trips. So if you guys are busy bees and you want us to plan a trip for you, get in contact with us. You guys can email us at thetravelbrats.com. You can shoot us a DM on Instagram, and you can call us at 1234. Sorry, there's too many salespeople. We can't give you our number. But we love you guys, and we want to help you plan your trips. And we're working with a really cool new company. I'll just shout it out. It's called Reposit. We can use a lot of group deals. So if you're planning like a group bachelorette party or bachelor party or anything at all, family trip, honeymoon, let us know, and we can help you guys with deals and plans. And on the trip notes, we know that we've talked about how one of my favorite episodes was gadgets, and then Natalie, like, you love cord brick. Besides cord brick and more gadgets, we just want to help you guys be able to pack accordingly and like efficiently for all your trips. So if you guys haven't checked it out, we have an Amazon store, and you can go in there and you can check out anything from like bathroom organizers to like little sock zip up bags and undie zip up bags to just organize your clothes, all the way to like the proper bags where you can put your makeup and like organize it more efficiently, and even cord brick. Just all this stuff that we want to help you guys become more organized travelers through, for like suitcase, backpack, carry-ons, road trips, especially because, my gosh, I did a road trip in December, and we just threw everything in the car, and it was like, it was bad. So, help you guys plan better for trips, and pack lighter, And in fact, a personal goal of mine has always been to pack lighter, but this is going to be the year, Nat. This is going to be the year I pack lighter. So that's another New Year's resolution for Soph.
Although I will say, I travel so much in my car.
Yeah.
And when you have your car, I mean, it is easy to just throw things in, and it's like, oh, I might need this, and you can put it in. But yeah, of course, when you're traveling with just a suitcase and you're going on a plane, and I often fly Allegiant, which they don't let you take on carry-ons unless you pay for it, and I don't like to pay for things.
No, same.
So learning how to fit everything that you need into a book bag can be challenging.
Yeah, but you're pretty good at it. So guys, listen, that's not one of my strong suits. That's why Natalie's my better half. So we'll let you guys know a little bit more. We'll make some more tutorials on how you can make that work for your situation.
That's right.
And then I would say one more thing that would be a good kind of goal for 2024 would be make more travel memories. Obviously, now that's very vague, but what I mean is maybe with a journal or a scrapbook. I love looking back on trips and scrapbooking, but I want to do a better job of like, while we're in the moments, like writing these places down and making the memories. Because I remember I used to do this where I'd like have a little journal entry that was real short, like a paragraph about what we did that day.
Just to say like what you did. I love that. I used to journal so much more. I really don't do it as much anymore, and I never really did scrapbooking. And of course, we live in the digital age. We live in a time where we kind of think of Instagram as our scrapbook, which I do use it that way. I love being able to scroll back through and see all the different adventures I've had through the year, and doing that on other people's pages too. But when you can create something physical, and even if you like go on a trip with a friend and then you create something that you share with them or you give to them, like those can be really, really special, that also harken back to older times.
Exactly. Well, and on that note, I think, because if you make a scrapbook, you can totally do this, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like the pictures and the stickers and the construction paper. If you want to kind of merge more like modernity, is that a word?
Modernity?
Or
modernity? Modernity, however.
Yeah.
If you're British.
If you're British, say it however you want. You guys get my drift. But what I was going to say was, if you want to kind of get more modern, but also do the scrapbook-esque kind of thing, you can do, I love Shutterfly. Like you can compile, your pictures, and then you don't have to go out and buy like separate stickers, and you don't have to, if your handwriting stinks like mine, you don't have to like write it yourself. Like I love how Shutterfly, I can pick all my pictures, they're all on my computer, I can load them in, I can organize them how I want, I can put, you know, the Rocky Mountains, this is the hike we did, this was the day it was, these are the people we were with. And then I actually ended up doing that as a wedding present for my husband, where it was called You and Me Before We, but most of the photos were all our adventures and our trips. And so that turned out to be kind of like a trip scrapbook.
Yeah, but that's that's special. But I mean, hey, you are the travel brat girl. Yeah. So like you travel all the time. So your life is an adventure.
Thank you. My people, they know this. So yeah, I think that is a really fun thing to do. And I think like, speaking from like his perspective, like my husband's perspective, or friends that have been gifted things like this, there's nothing that means more than that. You know, you can get someone a top, or not that tops aren't great, I love clothes, but you can get someone like something store-bought, or you can give them something that like has really required a lot of time and thought and energy and like personalized. So anyway,
memories, that's what we have in this world, you know what I mean?
I know.
The memories of good times are what bring us the most joy very often.
It really makes you happy when you think about not what we bought, but like where we were when we bought it, what we were talking about, and like how we were feeling. So
I love that.
And then I would say the next last big thing we wanted to talk to you guys about was things to expect in 2024.
Yeah, we're gonna just like, here we go. Here's some hots. Tell us where we're going.
We'll go you, we'll go me.
Okay. Travel journal.
Yeah, we're going to make a travel journal. Shh. We're not telling you anything more about that. We're going to start a merch line, guys. Woo! We're not telling you any more about that.
Brand recommendations. There'll be more of that.
Yes, guys. Collabs, brand recommendations, hots and knots. Be ready for it.
That's right.
And
as far as episodes go, Mexico!
That's right. We touched on that. Mexico, Cancun, Riviera Maya, and Miami, South Beach, Wynwood, Miami, Brickell, all the above. We may even launch the Bachelorette episode from Miami that we had for my Bachelorette a couple years ago.
This girl's Bachelorette. Yeah. And we are also going to have an episode with our dear friend Hannah talking about Spain. Okay, maybe they don't do that in Spain, whatever. Travel agents. Well, we are travel agents. And I'm dyslexic, so on my list I said travel insurance, which this is really, really cool. We're going to be coming out with an episode with a special guest. I won't spoil it yet, but he's going to be talking to us about travel insurance. So if you don't know anything about travel insurance, stay tuned, baby. Yep. And we're going to take you to Chicago.
Chicago, the Windy City. Frank Sinatra has a song about it.
Chicago, that toddling down. Okay, that's all I'll give you.
Yeah, and stay tuned for that because that's really fun. Chicago hot dogs, great. All right, our next, and then we're going to go to
Ghent. I'm going to take you guys back to Belgium, and we'll go to Ghent.
Chocolate's where daddy's from. And then we're going to go to San Antonio, Texas, which is very interesting place. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to have to wait to figure out why. Then we're going to finish our Italy series. I know we tipped you off a little bit on that.
Talk a little more about that.
Yeah, we're going to go to Venezia and Italy. Oh.
We're going to go to Venice.
We're going to go to Venice.
And then we're going to give you Italy tips.
We're going to give you tips on Italy.
On how to do Italy as a whole.
So Venice.
That's cool.
Then we're going to give you tips for Italy that you could probably use for the rest of Europe. So stay tuned for that.
That's a good thought there. Mm-hmm. And then my boyfriend and I, Matt, we will be taking you guys to Universal. We've done a few episodes on Universal, talk about tips. We're going to give you guys some more tips on how to do a great trip to Universal.
Never enough.
Never enough.
Never enough Universal.
And another really cool place that is very different from Universal, but also has rides, kind of, is the Peanut Festival in Dothan, Alabama.
Yeah, and you're going to hear all about my experience living in Dothan for like a year. And I guess it really hasn't been a year, but it's felt like a lifetime. And the festival that holds near and dear to the people of Dothan's hearts. And then we're going to take you all the way over to Paris, France.
Ooh.
And we're going to do an episode with my grand-père.
Back from France to Fairhope. And guys, this is not in order. Like,
no.
This is just kind of like where we want to take you guys. And, you know, we have lots of plans. So, again, we're just kind of sharing where we're going to go from here.
Yeah, we're spitballing. You guys keep listening and you keep messaging us and letting us know if these sound super cool or super lame.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because, of course, a lot of these we haven't recorded yet. You know, we like to talk about places where we've gone. We like to interview other people, as we've talked about and as you have heard in the past. But if there are places that you're like, I really want to hear about this, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly, we finally are listening about Mexico.
I know.
People are like, well,
The
we
people.
suggest somewhere, is it going to take 2 years for you to do it?
Yeah, the people, they want it. They're angry, Natalie.
We're going to try our hardest.
Don't egg them on. And then Gulfport, Mississippi. You'll find out why that's cool. Natalie touched on Emerald
Yes,
Isle.
we talked about Emerald Isle, so we'll do that.
And then we are going to touch on NOLA, the great, great city of NOLA. We have already done a NOLA episode, but it was the second episode that we ever did.
Okay,
and
with you and Ashley.
Yeah,
so now we're going to touch on it again.
Long ago, and I went there as at a fresher time. And so
okay.
I'm more experienced now on NOLA.
Now I like this idea that's so fad to talk about travel workouts and travel playlists.
Ooh.
Both really great. So that's gonna be fun.
And you know that okay, we've never done a travel workouts episode, but travel playlists were some of our top episodes the year we started launching those. So sometimes you guys just like something fun, different. I'm like a music junkie and so are you, so it'll be really fun. And we used to do some with you and Matt.
Yes, that's true. Matt and I were, when we were guests before I was your co-host.
Before you were my partner in life. And we are also going to take you all the way to Kentucky.
Woo!
That's right, Kentucky. Yeah, that's right.
Kentucky.
Cowgirls in Kentucky.
And as stated earlier in this episode, Denver.
And then we also thought we'd get crafty and maybe possibly do special fishing locations in like Amelia Island. Okay, I don't know why I'm thinking of a woman named Ina right now. Amelia. Ina, is that a middle name? No, it's Amelia Island.
Isla is a name.
Yeah, Isla. Isla. Oh yeah, like that's actually Spanish Isla.
Well, I know an Irish Isla.
Do you?
Because they don't pronounce the S. Isla.
Oh.
Whereas Isla would be...
Well, it's the same spelling, but Isla is like island in Spanish. Anyway, guys, Amelia Island, New Smyrna Beach. And we're kind of gonna give you the lowdown on if you're like a fishing gal or dude. So next, okay, I really hope that I can accomplish all of this. I'd love to do some Cali episodes. I'd love to do some more European cities with you guys, from when I was a study abroad student back way long ago. I mean, it has been almost 12 years since I lived in England, but I still remember those trips like they were yesterday. So I'd love to share more of that with you guys. And then I actually grew up in the Philippines, and I thought it would be fun to do a few episodes, or maybe one episode on some of the places in the Philippines that are really beautiful, because we haven't really done a lot of Asia. I mean, we don't really hit up like Africa or South America or Asia very often. I want to go to Manila.
Yeah, I mean, the Philippines is an incredible place, and so hopefully we'll have more guests on that can share about places in Asia specifically, but I'm thinking about, definitely the Philippines. I'd love to share with you guys what I love about that country. Yeah. And I would also love to do, not in a foreign country, Destin in Florida on the Gulf Coast. Just a really panhandle, Destin, Florida. It's a beautiful place. My aunt and uncle live there, and we both have been there many times.
We saw each other when we did
there.
A destination Thanksgiving there. I saw Annette in her natural habitat.
It was great.
It was great. And then obviously, guys, because we used to be who were there, and because I love clothes, we're gonna do a what to wear when traveling episode.
Love that.
Yep. And then we're also gonna hit up things like Grand Canyon, even like the Alleghenies. My aunt went on a crazy biking trip in the Alleghenies, which is super cool. And because road trip trivia is just awesome and a great way to pass time when you're doing a road trip, and you guys loved trivia and you loved seeing Natalie get hit in the face with a burrito.
Oh my gosh, again.
We are gonna do it again. I won't forget that.
She just loves bringing it up, guys.
I just love to hurt Natalie.
Although I brought it up
only physically.
At the beginning of this.
I would never want to hurt you mentally. And then obviously this is something that I've had on the list since we probably started Travel Brats. But I just think it would be fun, even though we're like old, to do like top 10 most fun college towns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you just want to go to a college town and be like, hi, hey, like War Eagle. All right, if you were an Alabama fan, sorry about that, but you know that's where I went, and that was a fun college town. So anywhere from like UC Boulder to like UF to like Clemson, just whether they're football champions or whether they stink at football, they still may have really fun other stuff to do. So we may do that, and that is kind of our extremely long list of ideas.
This is our New Year's wish list.
This is our New Year's wish list. This cannot be resolution.
This is like,
or I will not remember one.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. Like, we are always planning. We are always thinking about what to bring you guys that will be interesting and exciting. And obviously, we want your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
So please reach out to us in any capacity and let us know. Tell us what you want, what you're excited about.
Yeah. And we love you guys, and we just thank you again for your support. If you guys have never listened to Travel Brats, thank you for coming on and tuning in. We hope that you stay part of the tribe and you continue to listen. And if you guys have loved us for a while now, give us a review. Let us know what you want. Check out our website. Check out the blogs. Go check out our Amazon store. Shop with us. Let us plan your next trip. And we love you, and we will see you guys this year, in this new year, next Tuesday.
Bye, guys. Happy
Bye.
2024.